my winter routine, and today is December the 16th, is to go around my two out apiaries on alternate weeks and to check my home apiary on a weekly basis. And I just go up and I just listen to the hives. At home it's harder because there's a freeway in the background, but here it's so peaceful. I'm a couple of miles away from any freeway. It's so peaceful that you can just do it by an audible listen at the front of the colony. If you can hear it on the phone or not. That might or might not play back on the video. And I keep my solar fencer going year round because I'm paranoid about bears. It's still operating, and I keep a snow shovel at each outyard so I can shovel if I need to. So far this winter that hasn't been a problem. And in this apiary I've got two sets of these 5/5s. Those are doing okay. Those are all alive by an audible listen. And at home I've got a couple of colonies on a single hive scale, and they have lost a pound a week per both colonies, so that's half a pound a week since the end of September. That's nice. That's a nice gentle use of the stores, and that means that when the cold winter comes around, there'll be more of that honey in the top for them to warm and eat, and the winter should be progressing along quite nicely. This apiary, I've also got 8 colonies in single 5-frame boxes. There's only one of these that I can't hear, so I think that has experienced its demise, but I won't worry about that now. They're best on the do not disturb situation. And then I've also got 2 colonies buddied up together in 6-frame boxes. Those are both kicking along, and I've even got one of those old-fashioned triple deep 30-frame hives that consisted of my leftovers from when I was checking them out in the fall, and this one's alive too. But you notice that I don't believe in that moisture board business. I believe in insulation. So under the inner cover there's insulation, on the side there's insulation, on the back there's insulation, and on the front I've got the 1-inch hole here open but covered by this baffle to stop the wind blowing through. Because I think that what probably happens, the reason why people find bees in these old-fashioned setups stuck and starved on one side, is if the wind comes right into the auger hole, wherever it is, it's going to bisect the whole hive, and if you're standing in front of a draft, you're not going to tolerate it very long. You'll move one side or the other, and then how would you know to cross that draft later on in the winter when your stores were diminishing? But this is largely basically, like I say, a leftover. And that's because I think this is a waste of resources. If you look at this, I've actually got here 4 that are in the 5s, so that's 20 frames, and 2 in the 6s, that makes another 12 frames, so that's 32 frames. So for the investment of only 2 more frames and a bit of time, I've got 6 chances of getting through the winter versus 1 chance in this old-fashioned thing. But as we get further along in the process of demonstrating to people in Minnesota and Wisconsin that this is a much more productive use of time, I hope I'll become less of an outlier and more people will have similar success.